So today I'm filming for one of my millionaire clients. His name is Jazz Rose. He's scaled his business from like £30 to 3 million or something like that, and now he's teaching others to basically do the same. Unfortunately for me, he lives in London, so it was a long ass road trip and I had to be there for 9:30 a.m. so I left my house at like 5:30 to get to this train at like 6:35, which ended up being delayed anyway. But before we go any further, this whole vlog was recorded on the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 and I have to say it really did impress me. Looking back at the shots and even while I was recording, I was like, it's very smooth and the tracking capabilities are amazing. Anyway, into the video. It's crazy how most of the time my life is just boring, bro. I'll be editing at home in fact, I'll wake up, go for a walk, start editing like 8 o'clock, take a break at 12, eat, head to Costa, do some more work there, probably watch Netflix or YouTube. In fact, I don't even have Netflix. Probably watch YouTube, football, go sleep. And if for some reason that sounded like I was complaining, I definitely was not. I was just expressing kind of how much freedom I really have. I just get up and go Costa, and to the point where if I don't force myself to go for walks for no reason apart from to get some steps in, I would like complete 500 steps in a day. But anyway, I feel like waiting for this train took forever. It was telling me delays, and then at one point I heard the train was cancelled and I thought it was mine, so I had to like listen out. Eventually the train came about 15 minutes late, and while I was on the train I realized I had no charger for my MacBook, so I was kind of screwed. Bear in mind, I already had some client work that needed to be done, so I had to do it on the train. Luckily, it did last me that whole train journey. I had about like 60% left at the end of it. The train journey was like an hour and a half. And then I finally hit London and it was so busy. It was so off-putting. Like the amount of people that was on the underground is disgusting. And because I don't live in London, the underground is hella confusing. So I thought I was in the wrong spot. I had to go all the way back up to the top to get some signal and then come back down, only to realize that I was in the right place in the first place. But to be fair, the second like underground train I got on was actually pretty decent. There wasn't much people on there, but the first one, it was horror. Yeah, I guess I finally made it. I'm about 2 minutes away. Longest journey ever. To the point where I was like, right, am I even on the right train? But yeah. And even, to be honest, I'm even late. Not that late, but I'm late and I need a shit. So I know for a fact as soon as I get there, we're not starting on 10. Well, on time. Probably an extra 15 minutes the way I'm feeling.
I like the way your body is that too obvious? Okay, I like your confidence. Oh, that's what could come is okay. Like Kalani's, Roger like Kalani's. Okay, here at the parties, right here at the parties. You better start a whole fire.
The person you just saw was Jazz's PA, and she organized like the whole VSL filming day. But it's not until I came down and entered the office I realized I wasn't filming for Jazz, even though Jazz was there. I was filming for like his academy students or mentees, whatever you want to call them, and there was 3 of them today. But the filming didn't start right away, which was good for me because I got to use the toilet. But they had to like refine their scripts and basically really perfect it. And then also they just had to get themselves psyched up to actually record the VSL, which is actually more normal than you think. Like even in short form videos and they're scripted, no one's gonna really remember the script off the top of their head. They say a line or two, read the script, and then they say another line or two. I'm not sure if you guys have seen like the Iman Ghazi clip of him like messing up 1,000 times, but that's just things that editors already know about and have to deal with. And I guess people that don't create content in any way, shape or form wouldn't know, but hopefully that kind of pushes you to know that no one's perfect and that you can start and you will mess up, but you can just fix it in like the edit. And if I'm real, I was there from like 10 o'clock and we genuinely didn't start filming till about 12, and the first person that went up was Ken, and his one took a very long time. To be fair, they all took around the same time. The raw file is about 30 minutes ish, but the actual VSL is only, like for Ken for example, it's only 1 minute and 53, but I found a lot of that time in the recording, because I just take one whole take and I sort it out in the edit. The whole time was like him kind of getting advice while he was reading the script and then just rectifying it as we go along. But after that we decided to get lunch, and the Sofa's house has a nice lunch spot and it's got a pretty good menu as well. I decided to go with obviously this nice drink here, definitely no alcohol on the job, but I went with a double smash burger and some fries. I didn't realize it came with pickles though, so I don't think it was pickles, I think it was cucumbers, but I kind of just took those apart. We told stories, we connected as a team, a group, whatever you want to call it, and then we headed back. But before we head back, Ken was like, why do you have this? Why don't you just use your phone? And I explained to him, I thought this is easier to carry around than my big ass camera. What about yourself? I could see myself, for one. Better, as in like, I could see myself when I'm filming. I can turn it around and see what I'm filming. And the quality is just better than the phone, anyway. I pretty much said to Ken, like, I can see myself while I'm filming, I can flip the camera around, it's a lot more portable, easier to carry. The quality is better than the iPhone, but not as good as my camera. And my camera is only a Sony ZV-E10. The body for the camera is like £600, but my lens is around 400, so it's a grand altogether. And if I'm honest, because the DJI is like half the price, it's a very good alternative, and it was very convenient for vlogging. As I said, I literally just put it in my hoodie pocket and then went where I needed to go. But nevertheless, after lunch we just got to filming. We went to Zahir, filmed her VSL. I think her raw recording was around like 25 minutes as well. In fact, no, it was around 20 minutes, I think. And then the final take was around 2 minutes and 30. Then we went to Hazelia, and her VSL was very, very good. And her raw recording was around 30 minutes, but the final VSL, I think, was around 4 minutes. I'm yet to edit it, but if you want to see what the final version looks like, probably drop me a follow on Instagram and I'll be posting like story updates. And to be honest, at this point I was getting really tired, but thankfully the day was basically wrapped up. I said goodbye to Jazz, checked if he wanted to film any YouTube videos, he said no, so I said bye to everyone else and then I dipped. So what you guys saw was like one of the rare times of me actually having to socialize. As I said, normal days, wake up, walk, home, work, at home, alone, probably go gym, maybe, probably go gym, come back, eat, and then do some work at Costa just so I could get outside my house while working. Because doing like 3-4 hours of deep work at home and then doing some more, it's kind of like, it's really boring if I do it at home, whereas if I do it at Costa I can read a bit, get outside, have a coffee. It's just a win-win. But today was pretty chilled. I think the place was called Sopa's house, but in there was so nice. The decor amazing, everything was just actually really sick. The food was pretty good as well. I had a smash burger and chips. Thanks. Had a smash burger and chips. Spoke with Ken, Zahir, Hazelia. He saw Jazz was there. I don't think I got to record the new salesperson. I was eating, so you're gonna have to allow me. And there was Cynthia as well, which is the PA. So you pretty much saw the whole team. And in terms of my MacBook, I said I wouldn't use it much, but it actually would have died on me if I didn't have Hazelia's charger, because she had a MacBook, but it just about charged mine. It's not going to last the whole journey back, I'm not going to lie, so I'm probably just going to end up reading a book. I'll probably just transfer the footage onto my SSD, read a book, and just see out my train journey. Shouldn't be too long though. Fast train's about like 1 hour and 20. This morning it went really quick, but it did make me feel kind of sick. I don't know if it's because I'm just travel sickness or the train was just actually rapid. So right now it's actually 5 p.m. and I was just making my way back to Houston, and I had a train to catch for about 5:40. One thing I can say about the underground, it is very fast. It's literally faster than, well, a lot of the time when I check Google Maps, it's faster to travel by the underground or public transport than actually taking a car, because the traffic is just crazy. But I made it to Houston and my train got delayed again, so eventually I got on the train at like 6 p.m. and I was actually knackered. I tried to do some work with the little battery life I had left, ended up falling asleep, waking up, charging my laptop with like my iPhone plug, which it actually was charging. I was surprised. Tried to do some work, but I was just like, I'm too tired. Tried to read a book, I was like, I'm too tired. So I ended up just kind of scrolling on my phone, getting hella dopamine, staying awake, listening to music, made a few phone calls, and then eventually I just made it back in Birmingham and made my way home. And if you made it this far in the video, let me know what you thought about the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, and let me know what you thought about this video in general. Peace.